All right, Mitch, we are live in this bitch. Bang in this bitch. Bang in this bitch. About to shoot New Jersey up. So that we got that out of the way. Why don't we tell the folks why we're here tonight?
We're talking about death. Freaky
What's
and
the
weird.
first thing that comes to mind when you think of death?
Existentialism.
Now,
You know
for
what I mean?
viewers at home who may not know, including myself, what that term means, let's go ahead and just educate the children at home. Existentialism, what is it?
Existentialism is a noun, a philosophical theory or approach which emphasizes the existence of the individual person as a free and responsible agent, determining their own development through acts of will. You wanted me to explain that, so.
Yeah, I need a Cliff Notes version.
What comes to mind for you when you think about death?
So death do us part. Honestly, that is an iconic thing.
So what, like marriage or something?
Well, just like I don't know. I don't know why I think about that. That's just what comes to mind. So what happens when you die? Like, what do you? Okay, so there's what do you think will happen, and what do you want to have happen?
Right. Which one should we do first?
What do you
And
think?
why?
What do you want, and what should happen? Those are the three.
But isn't that the same thing as like what you would want to happen of what should happen?
No. You could also play it from a moral standpoint. Like what should happen is like what should happen is I don't know. See, that's a we'll get to
like,
that one.
As far as like someone being judged after they die or something, like judgment
For
day?
sure.
We can get into that.
Or like no, what should happen is like okay, well, let's do the first two first. Let's do the first.
Okay. What I think happened, honestly, nothing. I hate to be that. Yeah, like pretty much. Yeah, like I feel like you lose consciousness, like, and and that's where the existentialism comes in, because then I start to get freaked out and like panicked.
She got the big words again.
I start thinking about like it's done. When you take that last breath, it's done. There's no more. Where does your mind go? Because what I think happens is that nothing happens, and that's what scares me.
Like before you were born.
Yeah.
Non-existent. Right.
Right. And that's like freaky.
I think happens when you die is kind of like what we were saying before, like pre-birth. Just your conscious is not no spirits. No, let's not do that. I think it just goes. I think it's just end of the road.
Yeah. So it's safe to say that we both could agree that there's no like heaven or like special place with like cotton candy clouds that you can go fuck like
pre-designated fucking choice. No, I fucking don't believe that shit. Like
no heaven and no hell either.
What I think is most realistic, honestly, before heaven and hell, is space and universe. I think that is way more like capable.
Yeah, right. And what do you think about those? That's another good point. Like they
dying and coming back.
Well, yeah, they have like movies of like little kids who like, you know, got hit in the head with a baseball bat and like died, and he saw his grandma and then like came back, and then like everyone's like, oh my god, he like knew things that my grandma only my grandma
sleeping.
knew. You know,
you were sleeping the whole time. You were not fucking dead. Yeah. You may have thought you were dead. You fucking had a dream. Let's go ahead and say that.
I think people have like a lot of intense experiences, like in relation to like hallucinating and out of body experiences, and then they take that for being like dead.
For sure.
Because if you're dead, you're just dead.
Right. Okay, so back to what we want to happen. That was the next portion of this.
Oh yeah, this one's funner. So what I would want to happen, I'm a sucker for reincarnation theories.
Reincarnation Nation.
God, please. I would love that so much. Like, imagine being able to like have another shot at life, whether you're a freaking person or like a freaking giraffe. I don't know. Like that's pretty cool.
Or an
Like that's like
object. Are objects, does it have to be living? Like, some
no,
people would
no. It has
you know what I'm saying? It has
no.
to be
That's
living.
ridiculous. It has to have a soul. It has to have a conscious. You don't have to be like super smart
For
or like a
sure.
big brain animal. If anything, I mean, I feel like it's
Fucking ant. You're the as long
right.
as
Yeah. Like okay, so kind of going back to what I think happens is like I mean what I want to happen is like I do like the idea that like your soul and like your thoughts and like your mind gets transferred into like another
that's just
vessel.
what do you think happened before? That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, and like if you had even if it was like from but I'm saying even if it was like oh you used to be like a chimpanzee and now you're like a human and then when you die you're going to become like a freaking hamster and then after that you're going to be like a caterpillar and then like after that like a
And you're
porcupine
saying that goes on for fucking ever.
forever. I think that would be cool. What would you want to happen when you die?
I definitely would. Okay, so a part of me wants to be a spirit. You know what I'm saying? That would be kind of cute. Like a lot of people
Like a
joke
ghost.
about it, like, "Bitch, I will haunt you." You know what I'm saying? I will. But I feel like there's a lot of suffering that goes along with that.
Right.
Say
They
if I
always make it seem like a suffering thing.
like in between, but I also feel like
Right.
maybe I wasn't settled. Maybe I went too soon or something. A part of me feels like maybe I'm incomplete in that way, and I would be stuck for some reason because I feel like I would want to live eternally forever, and I feel like a ghost is like eternal. I would get to
That's
keep my same.
interesting.
I would get to keep my same like thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
I would get to know what's going on. Because who's to say reincarnation? You're wiped clean. If we were really
Right.
reincarnated, we got wiped clean since the start.
Well, my ideal reincarnation would be like you're wiped clean to a point where you don't realize that reincarnation is real, kind of thing. And then you go and you still have everything kind of the same. Like if I were to be another person, I would still be into everything that I'm into. I would like all the foods I like. I
But
would
you're
have the
not
same
aware though.
personality.
You're not aware of it.
Of course, yeah, you're not aware. But this is how
Right,
I
right.
was. I would like to think that I have already been this person that
What, a
I am.
prostitute? A
No,
prostitute?
like no, like just everything about me, like I don't know. And it's weird when you get those weird moments where you feel like, oh my god, like deja vu. I feel like I've
Deja
lived
voodoo.
before. It's so weird. And sometimes I feel really close to a person where I feel like, did I know them in a past life? Like, do I like? I feel so close to people sometimes that I feel like that. It's weird. I don't know.
For sure. How do you want your funeral to look? That is a good one because a lot of
Ooh, that
people
is a
want to
good
have
one.
wakes and shit. A lot of people have strange requests, for
Right.
that's actually a
Yeah.
double part question actually. So one is what you want to have happen when you die. Let's just start there. Let's just do that.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not like big and popping. Like, I would
For
just
sure.
want things to be handled easily and regularly. I think people would be sad because I'm so young. So like, if I had like died now,
Who's to say you're gonna die now? So
just saying, I don't know. I guess you didn't specify that in the question.
look behind you.
I just want things to be handled easily because I guess I've seen like cases where it's like a hassle for people. And it makes me sad that people are like already grieving the loss of somebody, but also having to deal with like financial burdens and like taking care of their stuff that they didn't take care of, for example, bills or whatever, like arrangements for their life. I don't know. I just want it to be easy. So whatever. I don't know. It sounds stupid. I hate answering questions like that. Okay, let me be more specific. Cremate, donate,
Organ.
masturbate. No, I'm just kidding.
For sure.
Cremate, donate, meditate. No,
Preserve.
I'm just kidding.
Taxidermy.
No, yeah, donate my stuff, donate my money or give my money to my family, cremate my body, have like a cool little party, Call it a day. Foundation in my name would be cool because I would like to be remembered. I think that's the only way you could really live eternally is to be remembered by family, fans, friends, because everything else dies. Your body, even your grave might get like freaking demolished on accident. They might put a freaking coals on top of your graveyard one day, you know? And it's like you have to have a memory, a legacy, like a book, a website, you know, I don't know. I guess in this day, a freaking YouTube
an
channel,
Instagram page,
a big ass. Who
well,
knows?
that's pretty. Can't forget her.
Well, yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to get this legacy, and that includes, but all of it. I need it all included. Remember me for everything, the whole picture.
What I would want to have happen is actually be buried like in the ground and like be a tree or like fruit. You know, like something that is like I think that's a common theme for me is like to keep my life going as long as possible. You know, but in another form, like an orange tree or something. Like I feel like that would be super cool. Like part of something that other people can enjoy.
How would that work when trying to like plant dead body ashes with like some
and the
seeds?
fucking shit
like,
never grows, and I'm like, I knew that foul bitch was never gonna have shit grow in her name anyways. I can't even keep a plant alive right now.
Right. And it's like, how am I supposed to mix a dead body in that bitch? But I mean, maybe there's a way. But also same thing when people are like, oh, smoke my ashes, man, like smoke my shit. And it's like there's been
some for sure. There's been some really unique ash experiences. Like people have put it into ink or like tattoos and stuff like that.
Oh right, yeah. I've also seen like a glass with like the ash infused in it and kind of like a swirl design or something. That's really cool too. That's
what I don't want is urns. Don't put me in no fucking urn, bitch. Yo, that's annoying as fuck.
So gross. It's so tacky.
And it's taxing to the fucking person who's like, what are you supposed to rub the urn? I'm a fucking genie in this bitch. Like,
but where
I
else
don't
do you
like
put
that
ashes?
concept.
Where else do you put ashes? In like an open faced bowl? Like, what are you supposed to?
No, you spread it so I feel like you spread it where the person would be, where they resided the most.
So you wouldn't want to hold on. You wouldn't want your ashes to be held on to, is what you're saying.
Do you think I'd want y'all to keep me in captivity?
I mean, I low key would want like maybe a little necklace.
Or like the locations are cuter because it's like y'all come visit me. You know, y'all come visit me at the beach.
I feel like okay, but that could be hard for some people because that's the last piece of their loved one that they have is these ashes, and they're just gonna dump them out in the freaking wilderness.
Are you saying that's selfish?
I don't think it's selfish. I just think it's hard to ask some people to do something like that. Like, don't keep my ashes. Like, throw them all out. Like,
you know, I'd be sneaking a little gram to the side.
Right. I would try to be like resourceful. Like, maybe make like a little necklace, or even like, I just thought of this right now. But like, what if you did like a painting and just kind of like somehow glued the ashes on? Yeah, or like mix it in. You could literally mix the ash with like a clear acrylic like paint, and then like paint a portrait of your friend with their own ashes. That's cool. That's something cool, right? You could do like pottery. Imagine you did like a bowl with like you mixed in the ash inside the clay or whatever. I don't know how that works, but something like that. Ooh, you know what'd be cool? I just thought of this too. Like a lava lamp.
Oh my god, with your ashes and it's fucking just having a whole party.
In there.
With a whole party.
That's what I want with my ashes for sure. Take note. This is legal.
Girl, no, it would have to be one of those like tornado ones.
No, those are like the cheap battery-powered ones. You need the lava that heats up like can burn down your house. Yeah, that's the way
she was known for being a groovy bitch. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, she loves good lighting. She was hot and flexible.
Wow. And she can also burn your house down. If you leave her unattended. If you don't give her enough attention, she's liable to burn your house down. How do you want to die?
Ooh, that's a scary one.
And how do you think you'll die? Like, ooh. When do you want to die? What age?
No, that's scary. Just like how you want to die and how you think you're going to die. And how old? Sound good?
I think how I want to die is peacefully. Everybody says,
but you'd be more specific. We need like a cause of death. Like if you're
lethal injection.
Lethal injection.
Overdose.
Stop.
Okay, so go for it. Go ahead.
Okay, so wait, how I want to die?
Doing what I love. I'm sorry to cut you off, but no, honestly, like doing some risky shit. Like, I love fucking a thrill-seeking thing. Like, that's how I want to die, and that's honestly what I think will get me in trouble. And like you can attest to this. Some shit like that, like, like freak accident. But you were doing what you wanted to fucking, like, you signed up for this, you were getting excitement. Like,
that's cute, but that sounds painful. Thrilling. That sounds very painful.
Of course, but you died doing what you fucking loved. Like, everybody, it's cliche to say that, but
what scares me more than death is like not dying and like being like
suffering,
physically disabled to a point where my life has lost a lot of value. That's scary. That's dark.
So you want to be paraplegic? So the paraplegic scary. So paraplegic people.
No, but having to accept that and to live with that is scary. I like I said, I admire people that do it because that's so hard, but I don't know if I could be able to do it. I don't know. Maybe that's what everyone says, but.
So being paraplegic would be scary to you?
Of course. It's not scary to you?
I mean, at the end of the day, yes, it is, but you also get a second chance at life, though. Like, you're missing a couple limbs, but you're still breathing.
I mean, it probably takes a while to get to that point because of like the mental anguish that you feel accepting your fate. I have no idea. You know what I mean? It's probably like that with anything, like when people find out they have cancer.
What do you want, or going back to that question? Pertaining to you, what do you want to have happen, or what do you think?
Oh, what I want. I want something that will like cut off oxygen to my brain so that I just like kind of pass out first, because I don't want to feel any pain. So I would want like the most painless type of death. And like,
what type of fucking scenario is choke me daddy scenario is this? Like, what's going on?
I mean, there's a lot of natural choke me daddies that happen. Like, I don't know what they are, but I've heard that before. Like, when they're like, oh, did he at least die peacefully? And then the doctor's like, yeah, he did, because the blood wasn't rushing to his brain.
Well, this show is about being specific, baby. And we're not doing no fucking hypotheticals over here.
Okay, look, I just thought of one. I want to die in space.
Oh, like you're literally, like some scuba diving shit. Boy.
Yeah.
That type of oxygen loss. No,
yeah, exactly.
Spooky. And how do you think you'll die?
What's cool? You would die a hero as well.
If you were scuba or if you're in space, right?
Yeah.
It's like a historical.
No, you said scuba. I didn't say scuba.
I know.
Yeah,
that's
you
my
said
thrill
scuba.
seeking thing.
But what I think is gonna end me is, I have a feeling I'm gonna live to a nice old ripe age. I really am manifesting that, and so I think.
So you think it's gonna be natural causes or what?
I think it's gonna be natural causes. I think it's gonna be, I'm already gonna be frail. I'm gonna get like a really nasty like cold and like just be already on the verge of like dying, and it's just gonna be slowly surrounded by my loved ones, and I have like great grandkids and they're like, we love you, and I'm just I can't talk because I'm just like out of it, and they're just like pumping me with morphine.
That's hot.
How would you like to die? And how do you think you're going to die?
I said that already. The fucking thrill-seeking thing.
Well, but how do you think you're gonna die?
Oh, like specific-wise?
Yeah, like how I said.
I
think I'm gonna die from like pneumonia.
I would probably die from maybe like hitting the pavement or something.
So you think you're gonna die from like a thrill-seeking thing? That sounds like a thrill-seeking. So you think you're gonna die how you want to die? This is concerning.
For sure. It's I've come to terms with that, honestly. I thought about this before. On like my fucking like need to like take risks and shit will end me in a bad place. And it's not like I do it a lot though. But yeah,
it's frightening.
Well,
let's wrap it up with our near death experiences.
Exactly. Case in point. I was like, yo, I did not want to bring this up tonight, but yeah, go ahead. We'll let them know how we almost died.
It was a really fun camping trip, and we made the mistake of going basically like white water rafting kind of down a very strong stream on two pretty unsturdy boats.
They're the little blow up ones. They said made for lakes, but Mama didn't raise a pussy. First of all.
Yeah, we basically went on these with no life jackets, no safety features whatsoever.
We had oars.
Essentially, we had oars, which we lost maybe a few on the way down. But yeah, long story short, the boat flipped over, and like I felt like I was gonna die because I was like under the water. It was near death. And the waves were like coming down on me, and I was like stepping on all these rocks. Every time I tried to like pull my head out from the water, like it kept pushing me back down. I remember like holding my breath and thinking like I could die.
I remember seeing titties out, bitch. I remember losing fucking flip flops and shit, yo. And imagine that's the worst when you get washed up on shore and you're naked. Like, don't have me die naked, please. That's the one issue. I'm like, please put some sand on me. Cover it up. Oh,
I was wearing like a cute little bathing suit that had like the cutout, and so yeah, my boob like fell out. I lost a shoe. I lost my sunglasses. I scraped my knees and my legs and had bruises, and it was just like a really scary experience. I think that's the closest I've ever felt to death. I mean, I didn't feel like I saw the light death, you know what I mean? But I felt hopeless in that moment. A possibility of, yeah, I was like preparing for it. I was like, well, I could die right now for like just like a split second, because you know it happened probably in like less than 30 seconds, but for a split second I thought like I could die here in this lake, and that was like probably one of the scariest moments in my life. Okay, river, actually. Let's go ahead and say that. It was, let's not doubt. Oh, yeah, it's not a lake. What's fucking the fucking river of fucking Moses in this bitch. That shit was fucking streaming. So yeah, that shit had a current on her. It did, and it was freezing. It was freezing. Glacier water melting from this like mountain in California. I don't even know where, and it was a beautiful time, but it was a scary time. And the full story is a lot more interesting, but I was also on shrooms, but we'll get back to, we'll revisit the story, guys. Don't worry. And I was not, so let's put that out there for the record. That was a nightmare, but that was my near death. I don't think I've ever had any other near death experiences. What also trips me out is when you're under anesthesia, because I was under anesthesia recently, and that made me feel feels like death. Like, do you die? Yeah, I feel like that's what dying is like. That's basically like you're losing oxygen almost, because I feel like that's how that feels. Yeah, that I like feel, you slowly just stop breathing or something. Yeah, right. Yeah, you just kind of like fade out, and then that's it. You just don't wake up. Is the difference with death? It's like anesthesia. I feel like. I mean, depending on if you're, in pain. If you're like cut in half, it's probably painful. On top of that feeling. What's your favorite near-death experience, Mr. Thrill Seeker? My favorite near-death experience is probably that one. The one with and it's like I'm dying doing what I love. I'm dying with the people I love. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we all go, we're all going to the same place, hopefully. Do you think you'd be in heaven or hell? I'd definitely be in hell. Be honest. I think I'd be in hell. Yeah. Why? You're gonna have to see me in hell, and we can chop it up. That's the next episode. For sure. I think I'd be in heaven because I think I have a pretty pure like soul. Like I feel like I do good to other people and like
based on what? This based on Christian religion, so sweetie? Who's not about to be
No, and
going to
I
know
think
damn
in all
heaven.
religions, I think in all besides like the really extreme like ones, I think I'm a good person. I don't know. I don't wouldn't want to be a ghost. I feel like it's like move on. You know what I mean?
Stop
Move
bothering
on.
us, right? Go somewhere.
Right. And when you're a ghost, that's what I'm gonna be like. I'm gonna be like, move on.
And I'm gonna be like, bitch, good luck. You can stage the fucking house down if you want to. All right. With that being said, we should go step out this bitch.
Well, now that we've figured out death, now we can die peacefully.
And now you guys know what
my
to
fear,
do when we do die. Y'all reference
yes,
this
take
fucking shit.
exactly. This is a legal binding document. So when we die, refer to this video because we're ready. I'm not scared to die.
And if I died the way I fucking said I died, I fucking told you guys. I fucking told you so. Love you so much. It was nice chit chatting with you.
We'll see y'all in the afterlife. Peace the fuck
Let's
out,
get
bitch.
deaded. Oh my god, I wasn't
Did I
recording
end
the
the
whole
meeting?
time.